Allah mentioned in the Quran, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا إِذَا مَسَّهُمْ طَائِفٌ مِّنَ الشَّيْطَانِ تَذَكَّرُوا فَإِذَا هُمْ مُبْصِرُونَ. Those people who are touched by the devil, they get messed by the devil, waswas, ain, whatever. They get touched by the devil. If they remember Allah, lo and behold, they can see right. So the Prophet taught us, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, things to do. From this waswas, ikhwani, we have this huzn. Huzn is sadness. Ahzan, sadness. It comes as a result of the bad experiences in the past. You saw something bad happened to you. You heard something bad. And as a result, you're now and today, you're suffering because of what happened in the past. But then there's the things that are going to happen in the future, inshallah. And they create anxiety. Those things create al-iktiyab, depression, because she's worried. Listen to her. She's worried. What is she worried about? If I die, will my kids will they stay on Islam? And she worries herself to death. Her stomach is big and bloated. She can't sleep. She has pain. And she is worried about something. You should worry about that. Will your children remain Muslims? May Allah give our kids tabat after our death. She should worry about that. But not to the degree where you can't sleep, you can't eat. But that's what she has. Waswas puts her stomach like a pretzel. And you, the one who loves her, you come and say, don't worry about that. Allah is the wakil. Allah Azza wa Jal is enough as a hasib. Don't worry. It's not like she's against that. You tell that brother as if he wants to hear he's divorced. I'm the 11th one. Yo, brother, what, you want to be divorced? Allah said in the Quran, وَلَا تَسْأَلُوا عَنْ أَشَاءٍ تُبْدَ لَكُمْ تَسُؤْكُمْ. Don't ask about those things. If they were to be made apparent to you, they're going to cause you harm. Do you want to be divorced? No, he doesn't want to be the divorce. He doesn't want that. He just can't help it. It's difficult for him. So if he or she, they're making wudu at the basin and you see them and you're there to make muraqabah, you tell them after they finish, hey, you did everything and you did everything correctly and 3 times. They're going to say to you, no, I didn't. Wa Rabbil Kaaba. They have a condition. So as the husband, the father, the brother, the sister, the imam, as the neighbor, the distant relative, I don't laugh at them people. I have to support them. Never argue with them about the issue, because they're talking to you from a place that's dark for them. Now you get upset and frustrated and you're arguing with them, and that causes the problem to escalate. It's not the way. We say to that person, you have to make the dhikr of Allah. And from the dhikr of Allah, every night before going to sleep, the Prophet made ruqya, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He read Ayatul Kursi. He read Qul Huwallahu Ahad. And the last 2 surahs of the Quran. And in the last surah of the Quran, you're seeking al-isti'adha, help from Allah against the shaitan. من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس. That's seeking refuge in Allah from shaitan. Listen, Ummat al-Islam. Our Nabi and our Rasool alayhi salam came with a religion. And he taught us certain dua that are divine protection. And one of those dua is the dua for this stuff. Now I'm not going to go through that whole dua, but I'm going to ask this person in our audience, you hear this khutbah, and you say, alhamdulillah, finally, you hear this khutbah. I want to ask you, did you memorize the dua of waswas? You didn't memorize the dua. Did any Muslim here memorize the dua of waswas? Because in this dua, everybody here is affected. And what this dua is saying. من أصابه هم أو غم فليدعو بهذه الكلمات. Anyone who is afflicted with anxiety, or he's afflicted with gloom and doom, and he's down, anyone who has this worry, anyone, if he makes this dua, it'll go away. Easy dua. Allahumma inni abduka wabnu abdika wabnu amatika, to the end. ناصيتي بيدك ماض في حكمك عدل في قضاؤك. Tremendous hadith. It'll make you and it'll teach you. Don't feel sorry for yourself for your waswas, because Allah is adil. He's just in what he decreed on you. And your forehead is in Allah's hands. Everywhere and every place Allah wants you to go and what to happen to you or not, that's with Allah, not you or me. And it's been written that waswas hits you. So don't say, woe is me, I'm the poor bunny rabbit. Say the dua and learn this dua. Part of that dua, Allahumma inni as'aluka bi kulli ismin huwa laka sammayta bihi nafsaka aw 'allamtahu ahadan min khalqik aw anzaltahu fi kitabik aw ista'tharta bihi fi 'ilmi al-ghayb 'indik an taj'al al-Qur'an rabi' qalbi wa nur sadri. I'm going to ask the person who suffers from waswas. I'm a revert. I memorized 3 or 4 ayat surahs of the Quran. Am I exempt from trying to help myself? Is that an excuse? I'm a revert. My wife is a revert. She doesn't know Arabic, but she had waswas. So in that dua against waswas and against this issue, oh Allah, I beg you and I ask you, make the Quran the spring of my heart, and make the Quran, make it the nur of my chest. So that goes to show the Muslim should be reading the Quran. You got waswas, spend time with the kalam of Allah. How much time have you spent with the book of Allah? And that's a question to all of you. That's a question to me. That's a question to you, Akhi. Yo. How much time did we spend with the Quran? So now that we have these mental disorders, and listen, from the Ashratu Sa'a, Rasulullah told us sallallahu alaihi wasallam, tunza'u uqulu akthari dhalik az-zaman. The majority of the people close to Yawm al-Qiyamah, the majority, their minds will be gone. Their minds will be gone. That's the condition. So maybe you don't have waswas, you got something else. But that dua, it shows us, or that hadith goes to show us the importance and the role that the Quran has and it plays. Ruqya and other than that. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ونسأل الله تعالى الثبات والسداد. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala Rasoolillah. Last thing I want to mention to everybody here is a Shaitan is a big fitna and a big problem. But he said in the Quran, and Allah mentioned in many ayah, Inna ibadi laysa laka alayhim sultan. Hey Shaitan, Iblis, Allah said, my sincere servants, you don't have and you won't have any power over them. Shaitan said to the human beings, Allah promised you and I promised you, but I broke my promise and I can't do anything except call you and make whispers. Shaitan can't grab anybody here by the neck and say, I'ma stop you from praying. He can't grab anybody here and make him roll up a spliff and smoke it. He can't do that. As a matter of fact, if you close a door, he can't open it. If you put something, a towel, a piece of paper, the pot over the top of the pot, if you put the lid on, he can't open it. That's how weak he is. If you say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim, he's going to get in the wind. You read Surah Al-Baqarah, he's going to get in the wind. That's Shaitan. So we have all of those ayat of the Quran. إِنَّمَا سُلْطَانُهُ عَلَى الَّذِينَ يَتَوَلَّوْنَهُ. His strength and power and ability goes over those people who take him as a friend. How do you take him as a friend? You don't pray. Your aqidah, first of all, your aqidah jammed up. You want that hocus pocus cultural Islam. Rasulullah didn't die, hazir nazir, that kind of stuff. You were straight up real ghali, hizbi, above a strict. No, just be on your religion. Easy religion of Islam. Easy religion of Islam. So as it relates to this issue, I want to say to the community members very quickly, the brothers told me 20 minutes, get out of here. We got to be done. But because of the nature of this issue, Ummatul Islam, your relatives who are suffering from this, you got to go on the internet and you have to learn clinically and technically how to deal with the people. A lot of times we're not educated and we don't have the wherewithal and the professional, ability to deal with these things. We're emotional. This requires someone who knows the deen and he knows the importance of being patient, being easy. And it requires someone who has read up on this stuff to deal with our brothers and sisters who have waswas. In concluding, we want every Muslim in this masjid and in other than this masjid to know, at GLM, we're not perfect, but we're people who are trying to be on the sunnah according to understanding of what those companions were upon. May Allah be pleased with them. And we're trying to address and take care of the affairs and the needs of the ummah, internationally, nationally, and locally, to the best of our ability. So that means if you fall anywhere in the scale of these mental disorders, waswas, this, that, our imams are here for advice, and our community is here to raise awareness like today. We're here to support our community members. And from this minbar on this day, and concluding this khutbatul Jummah, I ask Allah Azza wa Jal by His Ism and A'zam to give shifa to all of our brothers and sisters and youngsters who are suffering from this waswas, to give everybody sabr to deal with it from both sides, and that Allah Ta'ala, if He chooses in His infinite wisdom to leave the waswas on people, oh Allah, we ask you to give us the sabr and the wherewithal to be steadfast and patient with it. We ask Him that, and only He can deliver that for us and make it happen for us. And we ask that from Him, inshallah ta'ala. Aqim as-salat, yarhamakumullah.